Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. We got 134 people in here, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being in here. Smash up that like button if you guys want a chance to win some free giveaways. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel of pain and pleasure. Guys, we got the overlay in the new studio. Things are coming together here at the new Frankie Candles home studio. But make sure, let me know if you guys can hear me good. Are we too loud? Are we too low? Just let me know as we try to work out these last kinks. But guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Let me know if you came in from ATB, and let me know how DZ treated you. Was he good or was he bad? Was he nice to you? Was he mean to you? Was he bullying you guys? Let me know. But yeah, guys, I always appreciate the ATB gang for being in here. We got a lot to talk about, guys. It feels like it's been a while. Unfortunately, we're not able to go live on Friday, but it feels like it's been like 6 weeks. It's crazy. You take one day off when you do this many streams. You take one off, and it feels like it's been forever. But guys, we got a lot to talk about today. We had the emergency Fed meeting this afternoon. I believe it was at 11:30. I haven't really heard anything come out of that. Let me know in the chat if you guys know anything about that secret behind the closed doors Fed meeting. Was it bullish? Was it bearish? What happened? But we're going to be talking about that, guys. We're going to be obviously taking a look at Bitcoin. What is happening? I know Ben was talking about this on his live stream this morning, just kind of like, things are just kind of boring as far as price action goes right now. Just kind of bing-bonging, going, sideways, bing-bonging, just boring price action. But you guys know we've been scalping those lower time frames. So we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, taking a look at the altcoins. I'm going to show you guys the key levels I'm watching and just kind of letting you guys know what I'm expecting from Bitcoin in the near future. Are we finally going to get that last leg down, or are we going to finally get support at support? Guys, if you didn't know, support's typically where you find support. Are we going to finally find support at that value area low at 18,825? Are we going to finally hold this level and finally come up a little bit with price? Maybe get a break into the 20s, maybe even close to 21K. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you guys know kind of my plan going into the next week of price action, because obviously you guys know if there's a time where we've kind of just been flip-flopping, bearish, bullish, 50-50, it's been the past week or so, or even the past 2 weeks, have just kind of been us sitting at this important level of support, trying to figure out if we're going to lose it. And every time we lose it, we get sucked back up into the value area. So we're going to break it down. I'm going to let you guys know if I think we're going to break these lows and come lower, or if we're going to finally see somewhat of a bounce. I'm going to give you guys the targets to watch. Brian D says, boring is okay, just accumulate. Can't hate on that advice. That is a pretty good advice. I would go ahead and agree with that. Shout out to Lane Hughes. I see you, bro. I see you in chat, man. But yeah, guys, we got a lot to talk about. So before we jump into the charts, because I don't want to waste too much time here, let's go ahead, hop in the chat, and see what everybody's talking about. I see you guys going crazy over here. Let's see. And then, yeah, guys, just let me hear you great. Okay, perfect. We added some overlays. Sometimes when you try to tweak these live streaming softwares, especially the one we use is pretty feature-rich and very advanced. So sometimes you mess with stuff, and you fix one thing, it messes up another thing. We fixed some extra lights, guys. We got a little extra hair light here, so hopefully it looks a little extra saucy tonight. But guys, let's go ahead and see what is going on in chat. Chemistry, bro. What is going on? Welcome to the stream, bro. Thank you for being here. He says, what's up? Dude, check the OG chat in Discord for one of my ideas for the Frankie Candles NFT collection, guys. That might be coming soon, guys. Premium Discord, possible NFTs coming here soon. We got a lot of really, really good stuff coming down the pipeline here. Super, super busy, guys. We got a lot of stuff going on between BitBoy crypto stuff, the Frankie Candle stuff. We got a whole lot going on. But a lot of really, really, really exciting stuff to come. But shout out to Chemistry Bro. Thank you for being here. Paul, what is going on? Paul says, done. Hope I get lucky. Let's go. I think Paul's talking about getting into that giveaway because, guys, we did not do our giveaway on Friday. But don't worry. We're going to be rolling these giveaways over into this week's giveaway where we are likely going to be giving away a lot of NFTs. But so, guys, if you want to enter to win that free NFTs, make sure to go ahead and check out the links that Rob the Crypto Snob or one of the mods are putting in chat. They will, put this every time we mention it. They usually throw it in chat. Go ahead and click that link. Or save that link for after the stream. Go watch the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and be a subscriber to enter into these giveaways. We give away a ton of NFTs. I saw a bunch of people saying, "Hey, I've been offline for a while, but just noticed I got my NFT." So I think we just got another batch of them out to everybody. So shout out to everyone who has won their NFT and received their NFT. I hope you guys like it. What is going on, Lathan Craft? What is going on? Short-term bull, mid-term bear. Can't hate on that. Shout out to Lathan. Thank you for being here. Shout out to our wonderful mods, guys. Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Durden, Tony D, D Petty Crypto, Captain Kirk, Crypto Anon, Tyler Durden. Did I say Tyler Durden already, guys? We got like 6 or 7 mods now. Shout out to all of them. You guys make my life so much easier. And I really do appreciate everything you guys do. Guys, show the mods some love in chat. They do more than any other mods on YouTube. And I'm not talking just crypto YouTube. I'm talking about every YouTube. Crypto Killer Whale, what is going on? He says -1 DZ. Shout out to Crypto Killer Whale. Thank you for being here, bro. Hope, what is going on? Das Boot. Dill Cosby, what is going on? A-Train, we missed you too. Hey, guys, I'm not going to lie. If there is one thing I hate to do, it's to take a day off streaming. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys sticking with us. And I hope you guys enjoyed the market watch. Granted, we literally just went sideways all weekend long, so not too much happened over the weekend, so it's not like we missed anything. But let's go ahead and say what's up to a couple more people before we jump right into the charts. Let's see, MX Bruno, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Lane Hughes, as always, happy to have you here, brother. Gurry Gray, what is going on? Green in the market. Are we getting into a bull market with what the Fed said and what banks are asking of the U.S.? Gurry, we are going to talk about that. Don't you worry. Let's see, Cryptid Bees or Blanchard's Bees. I think they might be in cahoots. What is going on, Cryptid? Thank you for being here. Cal's World with the super chat. Thank you so much for that, man. I do appreciate it. Says, for you, Frankie, mods and Mafia, entered my first trade yesterday. I just testing the waters on KuCoin. I'll continue learning from you, Master Candles. Shout out to Cal's World, always coming through with those super chats. I'm super, super pumped you're getting started trading, man. Just remember, take it slow. Don't get overzealous. Start with an amount of money that you're willing to lose or start paper trading. But super happy you're starting to get your feet wet, man. Hopefully, I am able to help you along your ride. Crypto Red Beat, what is going on? He says, Frankie, bing bong. Let's go. What's going on, man? Tony D, as always. Sorry I'm late. I definitely was not opening Pokemon cards. Tony D might have a newfound Pokemon addiction, guys. Somebody pray for him. Lucho, what is going on? The CandleMafia's luckiest member. Thank you for being here. Crypto Sasquatch, bearish as a grizzly. Let's go. Blue Punk Rocker, what is going on, man? I see you in that morning stream all the time, bro. I appreciate all the support. The Bullish CEO, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. There's Blanchard's Bees. Bing bong, bing bong. Oh, bing bongin', bing bong friends. Let's go. Shout out to Blanchard's Bees. Thank you for being here. Jimmy Two Shoes. I don't see Jimmy Two Shoes in here, but if he is in here, salud, bro. I am drinking the cactus moss water here. Salud to you, brother. Let's see. Crypto Degen, what is going on? I'm your young Padawan. Teach me all you know. Crypto Degen, I'm here for you, brother. And then let's see. Armand Clark, what is going on? Bing on that bong like button. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Chad, what's up? Ill Hero, as always, happy to have you in here, man. Guys, and with all that being said, let's go ahead and move our streaming software off of the main screen here, and let's go ahead and hey guys, we got different buttons going on here now. Oh no, guys, we have our first technical difficulty of the day. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't think it's a big deal. But let's see. Having a little bit of a hiccup here. Let's go here. Nothing Frankie the IT god can't fix. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Thank you for being here. Guys, stick with me for a second. Having trouble showing the chart here. Give me 1 sec. See if we can figure this out. Let's see. Local desktop. Display 1. What is this? Let's check this. There it is. Bada boom, guys. Bear with me, guys. Got a little bit of got to get used to the new buttons here. But hopefully our really cool transition works. Guys, also, if you don't know, it is about 265 degrees in the home studio tonight. There it is. There's that screen. Guys, I wish I could show you a picture. Actually, let me take a picture right now. I'll put it in the Discord later. Guys, I am literally, my camera right now literally has a bag of ice laying on top of it so it doesn't overheat, which is very, very unsafe for the camera, just so you guys know. But hey, we got to keep that camera cool so we can keep that sauce coming. We're not going to burn the sauce, but we might burn the camera, guys. But let's shout out to Thesis himself, as always, with the super chats, man. I do appreciate you so much. Says quadruple green dots on life, LFG, hashtag Otter Gang. Thesis himself out here with the Otter Gang, calling those quadruple green dots on life. I would agree with that, guys. Massive bullish divergence on the 65-year chart on life, guys. Bullish on life. Frankie is going, oh boy, I'm my hero. What is going on, man? I see you out there. I see you. Dude, WTF, haha. Get some airflow. Yeah, we got to work on that, guys. I don't know why it gets so hot in here. We have AC, I swear. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. All right, let's cover some stuff here because we have some higher time frames starting to look pretty good. However, you want to realize that we're in very uncertain times and anything can happen, which is why I'm going to show you guys how I'm prepared in both directions here. Whether we go up or down, you bet your bottom dollar. Frankie Candles and the CandleMafia are going to be making some money off these moves. However, first, let's go ahead and cover the bullish stuff popping up on the charts, and that does start over here on the 5-day. Now, this was printing this morning, but has since gone away. However, we were actually printing a green dot here on the 5-day. It has since disappeared, but we are starting to get that green dot to flash on the 5-day, which would add to our bullish sentiment on those higher time frames, showing those bullish divergences with the lower lows on your price and the higher lows on your momentum waves. However, it has disappeared, but something to keep an eye on if that pops back up and does confirm, could be a pretty bullish setup for Bitcoin here on the higher daily time frames. Looking at that 4-day printing a green dot, this would be part of the bullish case. Your 3-day confirmed green dot, not quite getting that juice out of this setup as we would like. However, it is confirmed, right? So that is a decent sign. Now, the thing that has me a little bit worried about these bullish divergences on those higher time frames, we want to remember these can wind up playing out. But the one thing that's got me a little nervous here is I put this in Discord. I have a feeling that I wasn't communicated very clearly, but this is something that has me a little bit cautious here with these bullish setups. And you could even see here your money flow getting that nice curvature to the upside here. But you see our VWAP coming down on the 2-day, starting to get pretty close to printing a red dot here. So if this decides to roll over into these higher time frames, and you could see here this green dot that has confirmed on the 3-day, guys, not the most bullish setup, not the most bullish VWAP here, right? It's doing something we like to call the VWAP flop, and this is actually not a very bullish sign. So, however, we do have the confirmed green dot, but you see that VWAP starting to kind of flop over, doing the little VWAP flop. I'll show you. It actually correlates with a dance move. I'll show you guys that at the end of the stream. It's called the VWAP flop. A lot of foot movements and leg movements and hand movements. I'll show you guys later. But we're doing the VWAP flop here on the 3-day, which kind of has me a little bit concerned because we could get this thing to just roll back over here and print a red dot coming in here soon, which would invalidate that bullish setup that we do originally have going on here right now. But, kind of just, I would like to see that VWAP coming straight up, but it is starting to flop over. Hoping that these bullish setups here with the lower lows and the higher lows on your momentum waves does not get invalidated by these immediate red dots that pop up. And we have been seeing that happen often, right? Especially in a bear market. You get these big bullish setups and they just get swallowed up by red dots. So just something to keep an eye on, guys. Definitely keep an eye on this 3-day VWAP. Hopefully we can get it. You could easily come back up here. But, the fact that it's even starting to roll off here has got me a little bit concerned. Something I'm keeping a close eye on. But overall, guys, with the 4-day printing that bull div and the 3-day with the confirmed bull div and that 5-day starting to flash that green dot on Market Cipher B could wind up being a very bullish setup. So you want to remember these are on these higher time frames. And now let's move down to the daily and over to the lower time frames to try to get a little bit of a shorter term idea of what's going on here with Bitcoin. Let's see. Shout out to Das Boot, says Pumpy Dumpy and VWAP flop. Gotta love it. Yeah, wait until you guys see the VWAP flop. Oh, it's a good dance, guys. I'm just kidding. I will never be showing you guys the VWAP flop because when I do the VWAP flop, it's alone in my underwear. I do it in my mirror in my room. I don't even let Mrs. Candles see me do the VWAP flop. I will super chat if Frank does the VWAP flop. I do know this. Tony D would die laughing if I did the VWAP flop, as all of you guys would. But continuing down here, guys, 3 through the 5-day. Not looking horrible with your momentum coming up and your money flow starting to roll up to the upside. Now, we do have a confirmed red dot on the daily, but you see that VWAP doing the opposite of the VWAP flop, coming down and immediately coming back up to looking to cross over that zero line to the upside and potentially cut this red dot short. If we get this thing to print a green dot and confirm, we can cut this red dot short. And that would be decently bullish with Bitcoin, for Bitcoin, right? And if we see that happen, I do think it is likely that we would see those higher daily time frames start to, you might see that 3-day VWAP start to wake up a little bit and come back up. And it could avoid that tragedy that would be an invalidation of all those higher time frame bull divs. And that daily could be telling a good story here, right? Could be telling a good story here with that VWAP ripping back to the upside. Hopefully we can get that to lock in. We will find out if that green dot is going to print most likely in the next 2 hours. So we will keep an eye on it throughout the stream. But coming here, we do have a green dot printing on the 16-hour, green dot printing on the 8-hour with your money flow generally coming up, right? So as you guys know, if you watch the morning stream on the BitBoy Crypto channel, you will know that I'm not feeling the most bearish I've ever felt. I'm also not feeling the most bullish I've ever felt. I would say I'm cautiously bullish, right? Or cautiously optimistic. For the reason being, with those higher term time frames looking like they're printing those bull divs, and money flow on a lot of these time frames are starting to look decent, right? I showed you on the higher time frames, but that 16-hour money flow is starting to come up. That 12-hour money flow telling the same story with those nice little trigger waves here. Your 8-hour confirmed green dot here with your VWAP coming straight up. And then coming on to these lower time frames, 5-hour getting a little overheated here, probably going to cool off somewhat soon. 4-hour telling the same story. Now, excuse me, I want to show you guys your 4-hour money flow. I put it in the Discord last night. That 4-hour money flow crossing into the red was somewhat of a bearish sign, but we are seeing it come back up into the green. So maybe we just came down into a temporary red wave before coming back up into the green. Your 2-hour money flow actually not looking too bad. Looks like you could curve off here a little bit as the VWAP comes down to print a red dot. However, money flow generally coming up on your 2-hour, crossed over back into the green on the 4-hour. Not looking too bad. Your 1-hour crossover into the green, also not a horrible look. Now, 90-minute money flow crossing back over into the green as well as your 30-minute, right? So money flow starting to turn around here, guys, just a little bit. And I was saying, hey, Crypto Pollo or Bitcoin Chicken, what is going on, man? Thank you for being here. He comes in and he pops in the chat and says, cluck, cluck, let's go. 500 people in here, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel of pain and pleasure. Got 170 likes right now, guys. We're going for 500 likes on this stream. If we get 500 likes, I'll give you guys 10 spins on that wheel, doubling the original spins you would get. So shout out to you guys. Smash that like button if you like puppies and if you want Bitcoin to go up. But let's see. Joe Carpenter says, you still rocking the coffee stain. You know it, bro. You know it. Let me go ahead and show you guys this thing in all of its glory. Guys, I rock the coffee stains, guys. I rock these coffee stains with pride. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. It's right there. There's that coffee stain. Yeah, we love the coffee stains over here. It just
Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Well, well, well. Mr. SEC tries to take down the Frankie Candles YouTube channel once again, and they failed, guys. They really came after us this time. Hopefully, you guys can hear me better now. I don't know. I think it was this cable, guys. I think we had a bad cable. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump right back into the charts because this is super, super, super frustrating. But let me go ahead and pull my screen back up here so we can continue on with this TA, guys. So jumping right back into it, we're back down to 211 viewers. Hopefully these people come back. But guys, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right back into it. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So as I was just saying, guys, those higher time frames could end up playing out bullishly. And we also have those other time frames with money flow looking pretty good, like the 2 hour, that 1 hour money flow crossover back into the green, the 4 hour money flow crossover back into the green. Things look like I think we were saying on Ben's stream, I was saying if this meeting winds up being anything other than catastrophic, I think those higher time frames could play out and bring us to the upside. And I'm not crying for all-time highs or anything crazy like that, but I am going to say that if this I don't even know if anything came out. If anyone knows anything, please let me know in chat. Let's jump back into the charts. Possibly these higher time frames could give us a move to the upside, especially with that money flow on the lower time frames coming back to the upside. Now, I do want to talk about some key levels I'm watching and kind of what my plans are here, guys, because as you guys know, our levels have remained almost exactly the same for quite some time here. So we have the value area low at 18,825, very key level. We know this, right? Our next key level is another key level to the upside is going to be that point of control coming in at 19,771. Because as soon as we get up to that POC, if we could get up there and flip it to support, you guys know it is likely that we will continue up. And I'm going to show you some targets to the upside if we do wind up getting this move. And some of those levels are going to be this gold box, which is coming in between about 20,400 and 20,100. You guys know we were watching this level all the way back here. We got price to perfectly come up here, create some bearish divergences, and we were able to short that thing on the way down. This remains a key level I will be watching if we continue to the upside. However, obviously, we do have that point of control coming in at 19,771. And this is where I'm going to be looking for some potential scalp shorts, right? If we could potentially get price to come up and either test this gold box or get into the POC, we could start to form some bearish divergences to potentially give us a nice scalp short to the downside before actually cracking through that point of control. But to talk about some higher levels, if we can crack above that point of control and continue higher, we do have that gold box up there that we are targeting. However, my main target, my highest target, if we do for some reason see a big move to the upside overnight or once we get off the stream, likely as soon as we end this stream, that's when we're going to get that crazy price action to the upside. If we are going to get it, it'll happen. Trust me, guys. I can't promise you the price is going to go up, but I can promise you this. If it does go up, it will happen as soon as I end the stream. But that main level I'm going to be watching to the upside is going to be, again, if we get that big move, is going to be about 20,800. And we do have a horizontal level of resistance here. We also have a little confluence here with this spider line, which is actually coming in closer to about almost 21K, a little bit less, about 21,966. I don't know if maybe we get a wick up there, but that main level I'm going to be watching is about 20,800. And if we pull up our visible range volume profile and come up to a little bit of a higher time frame, let's see what kind of volume we have trading in that level. And you can see it is, let's see if we can get this to readjust a little bit. You can see here that we do get it is very near the start of a high volume node, and that high volume node is coming in at about 21.4. So I don't know if we're going to get all the way up to 21.4, but that level at about 20,800 is going to be a big level I am watching to the upside if we get a continued move. Now, In the shorter term, guys, you have to realize that that 4 hour is rolling over. However, money flow coming up into the green would be a bullish sign. However, with the VWAP starting to roll over, it could indicate an ebb or a flow to the downside before a continued move to the upside. Now, obviously, we have hopped right on top of this spider line, guys. If you are not using spider lines, please, for the love of God, start using spider lines. They are so reliable. A lot of times, price will hit these to the dollar, but you can see we finally were able to get up on top of this spider line and find support. This would be the number one thing I would want to see before getting a move up to that point of control. So, as you can see, no bearish divergence here on the 15-minute. I think we did get some on the lower time frames. You did get a little bear div there. But yeah, there you go. You did have some bearish divergences here on the 5-minute before we got that move back down to this value area high before catching some support on that spider line. But again, key levels, now we're like way behind on the TA here. So I'm going to kind of wrap this up quickly so we can move on so I don't miss anything that I wanted to talk about. But right now, the fact that we flipped this spider line into support, that is going to be the number one level I'm looking to hold in the immediate short term. And that is coming in at about 19,500. So as long as we can hold this level, we could potentially get a continued move up to that point of control. However, we do have some money flow coming out on these lower time frames. 5-minute money flow coming out. You can see your 10-minute starting to roll off here. Your 12-minute looks like it could be peaking out here, ready to roll off, but not quite enough to say decisively that we know it's coming down. Money flow kind of flat on the 15-minute. And with that 4 hour rolling over, your 3 hour also rolling over. And I bet that 1 hour, yeah, you got the red dot confirmed on the 1 hour and that 2 hour looking to print a red dot. So just in the immediate short term, guys, not impossible to get a little move to the downside as far as just a little pullback before continuation upward. Just because we have that money flow coming out on those lower time frames, it's likely that maybe we just consolidate. That money flow coming down could also indicate that we're just going to kind of cool off and consolidate on top of this spider line. Maybe we lose it, come back down to that value area high and catch some support before moving higher. But with money flow coming out on those micro time frames, I would expect a little bit of a cool off or consolidation period before we continue up if we are indeed going to do so. And again, with the 4 hour money flow, it's so hard, guys. It's kind of hard for me to figure out or figure out a good way to explain, because I don't want to confuse you guys saying, well, money flow is coming up into the green, but he's saying it can come down. I'm saying it can come down on the micro time frames. Just for anyone looking to scalp, jumping into a scalp, on those lower time frames, we could see that pullback. But I'm talking very, very, very micro time frame, right? That 4 hour money flow crossover into the green has got me feeling good. And again, those higher daily time frames have got me feeling pretty decent, assuming nothing crazy is going to happen in the news or anything fundamentally crazy is going to happen. But again, those micro time frames for a small pullback, something like this, right? When I'm talking about the money flow coming out on those lower time frames, I would expect more something like this, where you get a small pullback before a continuation up, small pullback before a continuation up, maybe a small pullback. Granted, we would be making lower highs here. But that's all I mean by saying the lower time frames with the money flow coming out. That's what I mean by a pullback, just a short pullback before a continuation. But all in general, guys, if nothing crazy happens, I think we could see this continued move to the upside. And now you guys have the levels I'm watching, right? And the levels to the downside remain the same. Value area low, 18,825 remains that super, super strong level I'm looking to hold. Now, with that being said, I will just kind of show you guys my plan if we do get a bigger move to the downside, right? Let me go ahead and get rid of this VPVR real quick. I think I actually spoke about this on the morning stream. If we wind up losing this spider line, and right now, guys, it is not the best time to take a long or a short, right? Because we are getting really close to that point of control right here, which is going to be a very strong level of resistance. So you might not want to get into a long here unless it's a scalp long into the POC and you want to take profit there. I would rather wait for a decisive break of the POC and a bullish retest for an entry of a long. Or even better, guys, even better if price action can give us, if price action can just give us a second chance to get in here, and we could potentially get a big move to the downside to revisit these lows and come down and swoop these lows potentially at the value area low or even this spider line. Guys, if price comes down here, I am on a long hunt. If we could come down here, either at this value area low or this spider line, I am going to be looking for some bullish confirmations. And if I am getting those bullish confirmations, I'm going to say it, I'm going to look for a long position, and I'm going to look to beef it up a little bit, right? Because if we do get a move to the upside from these levels, I do think with the bullish divergences forming on those higher time frames, this could be the move that we've been waiting for to get that a little juice out of these moves to the upside. They've all kind of been lackluster. Every time we get one of these moves up, it immediately gets swallowed up by a big dump in the market. And we see this happen constantly. We ripped up here, came all the way back down. We ripped up here, came all the way back down. We ripped up here, came all the way back down. We ripped all the way up there, came all the way back down. So, oh no, do you guys, oh no, why do I have the bat phone ringing right now? Hero token, okay. Siri's trying to talk to me, guys. But if we come down to these levels, guys, this is where I'm going to be looking for some massive, I wouldn't say massive, but I'm going to be looking for bigger, long positions. Now, with that being said, why am I looking, if we come down that low, why am I looking to get into a good long position? Because as you can see, if we do come back down here to potentially revisit the spider line, we could potentially put some bullish setups here on the daily time frame, which could eventually play out. And you want to remember those higher, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 day setting up in those bullish with the bullish divergences. This could give us that oomph to the upside, right? Maybe we get that last move to the downside before finally getting those bullish divergences to play out in a big way. And you want to remember, just looking at the price here, guys, we are still sitting at the bottom of this range. Let me go ahead and hide our TA. We are still essentially sitting at the lows of this range. So if we get a move back up, we could potentially get that move back up to 20,400. And again, that level at about 20,800 to revisit these lows from over here. We might get that move, and I don't want to miss it. So if we get a move to the downside, I will be looking for my bullish confirmations to potentially get into a big, a decent-sized long position. Now, with that being said, guys, I want to go over to the SPY because you know the SPY and the traditional markets can give us a little bit of insight into which way the crypto markets are going to go. And we do have some decent stuff setting up over here on the SPY as well. And I want to preface this once again, guys. Once again, I just want to say, this is if things play out bullishly. You want to understand that things are going crazy. The Fed just had an emergency meeting behind closed doors. This is where you want to be very careful, right? Because this could wind up being bullish, but it could also wind up being horribly bearish. And so you don't want to put all your eggs into one basket. And if there's any time to be vigilant out there while you're trading, it's right now, because the market likes to trick you, right? So everyone's calling for lower lows. I'm not saying we're not going to see lower lows. However, it wouldn't be unlikely to get a rip to the upside before a big move to the downside, right? It wouldn't be unlikely. Everyone right here at support is waiting for those lower lows, waiting for the lows to break. But it would make a lot of sense to me for the market to trick everybody, get a little fake out move to the upside, and then wreck everybody to the downside. So some other bullish confluence that we have over here in the other markets would be on that SPY. Now, if you guys remember last week, we were looking at this SPY feeling pretty bearish, right? We were starting to break this important level of we were starting to break this important level of support right here at about 363, or more importantly, this level down here at about 358. And we were starting to slip this level. As you can see, we wicked below it. And we also had these 2 4-hour yellow X's, which are typically very, very bearish signs. But as you guys know, once you start getting that 3rd, that 4th, or even that 5th yellow X, it could indicate seller exhaustion. And that is where you can expect things to potentially turn around. So we kind of got a mixed bag here. We got 1 yellow X, and then we got 2 more down here. So on our 3rd yellow X, we started to slip this level of support, which made me feel a little bit bearish, but you can see we have now recovered this level beautifully and started to get a little bit of support and bounce to the upside, right? So this would be bullish. Not only are we starting to find support at a very key level here on the SPY, if we come up to the higher time frames, we're seeing something very similar set up on the SPY as we see happening on Bitcoin, but on the SPY, it's happening on the weekly. So if you look here, we have some lows and then we have some lower lows. I think you guys know where this is going. We could potentially be ready to put some bullish divergences in on the weekly time frame on the SPY. Now, I don't want everybody to go, yes, crypto degen, absolutely. We're going to take a look at the Dixie in just a second. But I don't want everyone to just be like, oh my God, bullish divergence on the weekly. First off, it's not even printing yet, but it does look like it could potentially print here soon. We need that VWAP to come up a little higher and cross over that zero line. So this is something that will develop over the next week or so, and we do have about 3 days and 22 hours to see another candle print here on the SPY. However, if we see this green dot start to print and even confirm, it could indicate some real bullish action to come here in the near future. Now, again, I don't want everyone just kind of getting all freaky and be like, "Oh my God, the bull run's here. We're going to the moon." Unfortunately, guys, I want you to notice something else here on the weekly, and it's gonna be that money flow crossover to the downside into the red on the weekly. So this is generally a more bearish thing. This is actually this could make you feel pretty bearish. However, in the short term, if we get that bull div confirmed on the weekly, we could see a decent relief rally to the upside. So we're starting to see some confluence here, right? Through the SPY with the higher time frame bullish divergences, as well as Bitcoin seeing the same thing. You want to remember those lower time frames are noise, right? I'm not saying we can't get a dump down overnight or a dump down even during this stream, which I actually think is likely that we at least see some sort of a small pullback in the near term. And I mean like in the very short term, as we see the medium hourly time frame starting to roll over for Bitcoin and the money flow coming out on the lower time frames. However, that's noise, right? If we can let the lower time frames do their thing, and if we can get some form of, maybe we get some clarity on what happened in that Fed meeting tomorrow, or news comes out, it could flip things bullish, and we could see those higher time frames start to play out. So right now, obviously, I know on Bitcoin, we do have the yellow X's on the higher time frames, like the second yellow X on the weekly here. This is why I'm telling everybody to be so careful, right? Because, guys, I hate to be the one, or I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of talking about this. This is the make or break moment, and whether we're here for the next, whether this make or break moment breaks now. Hey, Debate Crypto in the chat, guys. Real quick, shout out to Debate Crypto. What is up, Miguel? And what is up, Crypto Keeper? Guys, you know Debate Crypto. I don't have to say it. We talk about it every single day. But guys, they will be going live here, I believe, at 7:30. So definitely go check them out. We do the charts. We do the trading. I show you the TA. They cover everything we don't cover. They're like the yin to our yang. Go check them out. They're going live right after our show. But you guys don't know that because we'll push it. We'll push it there right at the end of the stream. But shout out to Debate Crypto. Thank you for being in chat. They say smash the likes, CandleMafia. Love you, Frankie. Love you guys back. Thank you for popping in here, guys. Go give them a follow. And then hop into their stream right after ours and break their like button, guys. Don't just touch it. Don't tap it. Don't lick it. Don't kick it. Break it, please. The shout out to Debate Crypto. But guys, this is essentially where we're at right now. Whether we are at this make or break moment and it's going to break tomorrow, tonight, or the next day, or if we're going to sit at these lows and it's going to just tease us for days on days is a whole nother story. But essentially what we're looking at, guys, is we're going to break these lows and we're going to come down another leg, and it's going to go, we're going between 14 and 12K, or we're going to get that support and potentially get a relief rally. I would be looking upwards of about 30K if we can get those higher daily timeframes to pull through. 25K would be a big number if we can get it back up to these highs over here. Basically, the top of our range down here at about 25K. That would be really, really big. But potentially, eventually, getting up to that 30K level. It's make or break here, guys, and that's why the title of this video is Be Prepared in Either Directions, or whatever the title was. It was like something like My Best Plans, and I'm going to show you guys how we can be prepared for a move to the upside or the downside and profit in either case, because we're traders. Every time there is a new piece of information added onto the chart, we are going to change our sentiment, whether we're bullish or bearish, because if you're not doing that, you're going to get wrecked. So, with that being said, guys, again, very make or break moment here. But again, I do think with those higher time frames starting to shape up pretty bullishly, again, if we don't see anything tragic happen in the next few days, I do think we can at least get a small continuation up. And like I said, as the money flow on those lower time frames start to come out, we are coming down to retest this spider line. You could see price starting to come down just a little bit. And we'll see if we can hold this spider line or not. But on top of all that, guys, obviously the SPY also setting up with those with that potential bull div on the weekly would be ready for a move here, even if it's just a short-term move back to the upside. We can capitalize on that, grab our bag, jump in, grab our bag, and grab out. Jump in, grab our bag, and jump out is what I'm trying to say. But just taking a look here at the daily time frame, you can see your money flow crossed over into the red on the SPY on the daily. So again, that's going to be generally a little bit more bearish. However, the daily versus the weekly, we can see the daily come down a little bit before that weekly plays out. And again, that weekly bullish divergence on the SPY isn't even printing yet, but it is looking like it could set up in the near future. Working our way down here, looking at the 4-hour, your money flow starting to come back up, and you are putting bullish divergences in on the 4-hour as well, as you have these lower lows and these higher lows, and then boom, this is where we're getting these bounces. Immediate resistance, the level I am looking to break is going to be about 372.96. If we can get back up to that level and potentially flip it, that is what I am looking for. However, money flow in the red on the daily is a little bit less of a bullish outlook. But again, guys, I was feeling very bearish when we were losing this level here. The fact that we're getting a bounce back in is making me feel like we could get some short-term relief. Now, taking a look at the Dixie, speaking of bullishness, the Dixie is absolutely taking a massive dump here. As you guys know, we were waiting for the DXY to hop back into this channel and work its way to the upside to catch some resistance at the top of this channel. Almost came to the level exactly. Eventually, and then finally got that big move to the downside that we've been waiting for. Blood diamond on your 2-hour could potentially bring us down to our target, which right now, where I'm looking for the Dixie to potentially get some strong support, is going to be back down at this level at 110.77. So I do think we could potentially see this thing continue to come down until we get to this level for some short-term support. We also have another level down here at about 110.47 if we break this level. So if the Dixie does come down to this level, guys, and we're seeing Bitcoin run up to 20,000, 20,100, 20,200, 25, 20.5, 20.7, 20.8, and we start to see some bullish setups here on the Dixie, I would expect a big rejection at 20,800. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait to see if that plays out. But I do think we have a little bit of room for this blood diamond to play out. And again, not really expecting much support. As you guys can see here, we are hitting a level of support right here as we retest. We obviously got rejected from this Lego. We got rejected from this Lego, and now we're trying to flip this Lego from resistance to support. So if we don't get support here, I would expect to get a move down to about 110.77, in which case, if Bitcoin is starting to look bearish as the Dixie approaches this 110.77 level, I'm going to start maybe locking in my gains on my long and starting to potentially look for some shorts on Bitcoin. But guys, we're back up to 533 people. I don't know what other communities out there will go into a live stream and watch the whole thing go to a burning tragedy where the microphone cuts off and they have to wait 20 minutes or 15 minutes for the host to fix the technical problems, and then he comes back on and almost everybody comes back. Best community on YouTube. Shout out to the CandleMafia. I love you guys with all of my heart. But let's go ahead and, yeah, that's the story on the Dixie, guys. Again, money flow crossover on your 2-hour is generally more bearish, which would be good for Bitcoin. Your money flow on your 4-hour is continuing to come out, and your daily money flow actually looking pretty good if we're talking about bullishness for Bitcoin. Starting to round off here and generally coming to the downside, making lower highs as you are getting a little bit of curvature there to the downside. So if we can see this money flow crossover into the red, as long as this money flow continues to come out, I do think the setup is there, guys. If Bitcoin wants to go on a technical level, the setups are there. However, you have to understand that the charts don't dictate all of what Bitcoin does. It can give you insight into the high probability outcome, but it cannot predict the future, and it is never 100% accurate. But if we start to see sentiment change a little bit with Bitcoin here, just so you know, it is looking like it could potentially start setting up for a decent move. But if the Fed decides to come out and be like, hey, that emergency meeting yesterday was all horrible news, that is obviously going to go out the windows. This is something you have to understand, especially if you want to get into TA and trading, is the charts only tell part of the story. Granted, most of the time, if you show me the news, I'll show you the charts, or show you the charts, show you the news. I don't know the saying, but you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, so just remember that. I'm just going to say it right now. If everything seems okay and the sentiment is okay, it doesn't even need to be mega bullish. As long as it's not tragic, I do think that on a technical level, things are starting to set up for a potential move to the upside. Everybody Smile says, on Timcast IRL, he got swatted and 35K people hung out in the chat watching empty chairs for over 3 hours. Oh, God. Bing Bong, what is up, Sherry? Thank you for being here. Leroy says, we love you, brother. We are here because you're absolutely amazing. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do for all of us. Leroy Jenkins, shout out to you, man. I do it for you guys. No need to thank me. I got to thank you guys for being the best community on YouTube. But guys, with all that being said, we looked at the Dixie. We looked at the SPY. There's confluence between all this stuff. Higher daily time frames on Bitcoin starting to look like they want to point to the upside. SPY, that weekly bullish divergence. We do have the money flow coming into the red, so that could be more of a bearish outlook. But if that weekly bull div confirms, we could see some short-term move to the upside. And the Dixie is absolutely dumping. There's 3 levels of macro-ish confluence, right? Like a little zoomed out confluence of how we could potentially get a move to the upside. So with all that, we're here for Frank. Shout out to Kelly Hellum. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Diamond Sauce, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Dusto says CandleMafia should go on a class field trip. I was talking this weekend with some people, and by some people, I mean all of my friends, guys. If you don't know, I have tons of friends, but by tons of friends, I mean Mrs. Candles. And we were saying, like, we should do a CandleMafia meetup. Now, obviously, we will do Bit Squad meetups, and hopefully I'm there for all of those. Those will be super, super fun. But I was wondering, who would show up, right? Like, if we did a meetup in Atlanta, like, we're in Atlanta. So if we have, like, even 20 people that would show up to an Atlanta meetup, like, why not head out there for a weekend and hang out with the CandleMafia? Like, it doesn't even need to be, like, super organized where you guys, like, line up to talk to me. Like, I'll just go hang out with you guys. It'd be super, super cool. But we'll have to do some kind of a poll and figure out if there's anybody in Atlanta. 28,000 people seems like a lot until you start comparing it to like a million people. So 28,000 people is a lot of people, but I don't know how many of those 28,000 people are going to be in Atlanta. But hey, if it's 15 people, I'll go hang out in Atlanta with the CandleMafia. Don't test me. Don't test me. Don't tempt me with a good time. Anyway, what do we see? We got a verified. Who is this? River Rain 123. Shout out to you, Hype Stream. Shout out to River Rain. He's got the check mark. Shout out to you, man. Let me know if you got a hookup for that check mark. We would love one as well. Shout out to River Rain. Thank you for being here, man. It says Hype Stream. It's always hype over here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel because we drink Aztecian cactus moss water, which gives you more energy than any of those garbage energy drinks that are really unhealthy for you. This stuff is all natural with collagen, so it's definitely not it's all natural, guys. Unforgettable name, what is going on? Thank you for being here, man. Guys, with all that being said, I think we got a good outlook of what's going on here in the markets. Let's go ahead and check on Ethereum, or as I always say, as your grandma would call it, Erythrium. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know who calls it Erythrium. I've heard people call it F, but I've never heard someone call it. I actually think I have heard someone say Erythrium, but you know what? At the top of a bull market, you got random people talking about crypto. Anyway, taking a look here at Ethereum, guys. This money flow on the daily, I have never in my life seen money flow on the daily tease us this much. This thing is about to curve over into the red. As you guys know, we have been feeling, hey, I can help you with a check. Marcelo, what is going on, guys? We got all of the verified people in chat today. Shout out to Marcelo. Yeah, hit me up, man. Let me know if you could help me get one of these checks. I think it would help us. It would help our street cred for sure. We would go from the CandleMafia to the Candle Board or something. It makes us real official. Shout out to you, Marcelo. I appreciate you for being here, man. But yeah, you need 100K subs to get the check mark, I think. Yeah, chemistry, bro. I think you're right. But hey, guys, we're on our way, so we'll be there soon. But guys, with this money flow on the daily starting to curve off to the about to curve into the red, you guys will know we've been leaning a little bit more bearish on Ethereum than we have been leaning on Bitcoin. And there's a few different reasons for that. I'm going to point out a couple of them right now. Number one, daily money flow. If you look at Bitcoin, money flow on the daily is starting to round off here and curve up, right? We also have that VWAP skirting right around to cross back up above the zero line, to potentially drag that money flow further up. But on Ethereum, we are just getting the party started here to the downside, looking for the crossover into the red. That is number one. That's the number one thing that has got me feeling a little bit bearish on Ethereum. Also, I believe it is the 2-week. Did we confirm? Yeah. No, we're still printing. We looked at this last week. Still printing that weekly red dot with your money flow curving out for ETH. This has also got me leaning a little bit more bearish. And on Bitcoin, on that 2-week, we do have the VWAP kind of just flat, not printing a red dot. So again, one of the other reasons why I'm leaning a little bit more bearish on Ethereum than Bitcoin. Looking for this to print potentially or confirm potentially in another 6 days and 2 hours. So just another thing that is making me lean a little bit bearish. And again, we do have those confirmed blood diamonds on the higher daily time frames. These may have played out already. But another thing here, guys, is we don't have those bullish divergences forming on these higher daily time frames like we do with Bitcoin. We've taken a look at this last week. You do have momentum coming up, which is a generally decent sign, but your money flow is coming back out. And you don't have your lower lows on price, not giving you a true bullish divergence. So just another reason why, Bitcoin just does look a little bit better. This 2-day looking to print a red dot, that's kind of similar to Bitcoin. Coming over daily money flow, you guys know that is more bearish, about to cross over into the red. Now let's check out the 4 hours starting to roll over. The rest of this kind of looks similar to Bitcoin. 4 hours starting to roll over. I could almost bet you certainly the lower time frames are coming out with the money flow. Your 10-minute, curving out with your money flow on the 10-minute. This would have been a nice little short here, guys, on the lower time frames for ETH. Oh, God. Guys, look at that bear div right there. Textbook bearish divergence here, guys, with the higher highs and the lower highs with your money flow starting to roll off, even if you come to the 10-minute, starting to roll off here. So I do think we could see some short-term movements to the downside for Ethereum. And some levels I would be watching is going to be this level here at 1309. These generally remain the same as they have been in the recent past. But if we lose our level where we're at right now, you want to understand that we do have a bit of a volume gap. It's not the craziest gap here, but it could give us a quicker move down to towards this support level at about 1309. And if we lose that level, I would expect to come down to these levels at around 1305. And potentially, if we break 1305, we could get a revisit of this level at about $1297 or almost $1,300 even, which is where you will get some psychological support. So these are the levels I'm looking at. Like I said, lower time frames starting to roll off with the money flow as the higher time frames or the 4-hour time frames, the medium hourly time frames are starting to roll over with that VWAP, which would correlate if we get the VWAP to print cross over the zero line, start printing a red dot here, and we get that 12-minute money flow crossover into the red, that 15-minute money flow crossover into the red. This is a recipe for a potential pullback. So that's what I'm looking for on ETH. Again, definitely leaning a little bit more bearish on ETH than I would be on Bitcoin. Mr. Candles, do you use the wick or the candle bodies for divs? Great question. Who said that? Dusto. Shout out to Dusto, guys. Amazing question, dude. And the answer is, there is no answer, right? I know it's kind of a subjective view. I know some people use the wicks. I tend to like the bodies. So like right here, you could see there's a bullish divergence. I like to draw my lines like this. Smack it against the body there. Smack it against the body there. If I see clear lower lows with the bodies hitting this line, that is really that's what I like to see. However, you could go to the wicks. I know some people draw them to the wicks. I do it to the bodies, but if the wicks are making lower lows, it does play out a lot of the time. So, I'll tell you what I do. I do it to the bodies. I like to see the bodies making lower lows. However, sometimes you have a bearish div starting to form, and it's like the wick is making the lower low, and it's like I don't completely negate them if the body's not making a lower low, but I do like to see the bodies make a lower low. I will say that. Let's see. Could we take a look at Link? Yes, we totally could. Bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Let's see. Let's see. Geez, guys, that microphone issue really threw me off here. I'm like all fogged out now. But let's see. Bearish divergence on the 4-hour. I don't know if he's talking about Ethereum or Bitcoin. But I am not quite seeing what you're seeing. But I'm not sure if you're looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let's see. Yes, we want to see what's happening for Link. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, we got tripped up here with that whole microphone issue. So let's go ahead. If you guys want to see some altcoins, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Our wonderful mods will make a list, and then we can go ahead and do some analysis on them. Let's start off with Link. I guess everybody wants to see Link right now, so we got to check it out. Let's see. Okay, we got a bunch of random lines here, guys. Okay, this is good. Due to this, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of these lines. I don't even know what they're talking about. But oh, nice. Right off the bat, getting somewhat of snake eyes here on the 4-hour. But let's go out to the daily. Actually, let's go to the weekly. Let's start on the weekly for Link. Something to remember here, guys. Something to remember just in the grand scheme of crypto is, guys, whether we make these, let's assume that we're going to come down for the lower lows, right? Let's assume we're coming down between 12 and 14K. That would probably bring us down, around this area of consolidation for Link. Actually, let me just go back to Bitcoin real quick just to explain this to you guys. If we come down back to about between 14 and 12K, let me just go ahead and remove the drawings here so I can just kind of break this down. Between 12 and 14K, guys, would be about right there, right? I think I just set an alarm. But, guys, we are already about 75% down from the lows, or about 71%, I'm sorry. Or 74 was the bottom, or our current bottom right now at about 17.6. Currently, we sit about 71% down. But we're about 70% down, guys. Bitcoin's on a 70% discount. So I like to be completely transparent on what I'm doing, and I will say this. Oh, thanks, Marcelo. I guess he's serious about that check mark. Thank you, Marcelo. I appreciate you. But just in the grand scheme of things, guys, you want to understand, I like to be open. I am starting to accumulate at these levels. If we get another drop down to about 14 to 12K, I'll continue to accumulate. Maybe I dump in a bigger bag at these lower lows. But if Bitcoin decides to rip up from here, you don't want to miss the boat. I'm not telling you that you should be buying. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and why. And the reason is, if we don't lose these lows and come lower, I don't want to miss the boat on any kind of run, even if it's just a retracement before. You guys want to remember, right? Looking at, you want to remember that we also, maybe we just get a retracement. Maybe we get a retracement back up to 30K, right? Maybe we come back all the way up to here. If you guys remember, a while ago, we were looking for a potential retest of that local golden pocket over here at about 50K. We kind of got it. Well, I guess that wouldn't really count. But yeah, potentially we could come up even if it's for a retracement. I don't want to miss out on that big run. If we do get a run back up to about 40 or 50K, guys, it's going to be almost a 2x. So I don't want to miss that. And I don't want to cause people to FOMO in. So you should not do that. You should not just go buy Bitcoin because I just told you I am at these prices. But look at the chart. It's down 70%. If we drop again, I'm just going to pick up more Bitcoin, right? And then if we drop below that, then I'm going for a ride, and it's a risk I'm willing to take. So, and I'll deal with those. I'll deal with that outcome if I have to, and I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But as of right now, I am starting to accumulate at these levels, guys. And I will say it's mostly Bitcoin, because I do think if we get a big move to the upside, I think it could potentially be it could be a move led by Bitcoin, as Ethereum looks a lot more bearish, and typically all the alts will follow Ethereum. So I am accumulating some altcoins, but it's mostly Bitcoin here. So I did just want to point that out. Shout out to Thesis himself, says that was it. 69 was the top. Yellow X's are fake, and so is the VWAP flop. Thesis himself, don't make me, dude, I'll hit the VWAP flop right now. I will hit the VWAP flop live right now, Thesis. The VWAP flop is real, and I stand for that. Yellow X's, maybe fraudulent. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Thesis. Always with the super chats, bro. I appreciate all the support, my man. Absolute OG of the channel. We love you, bro. But I did just want to point that out for you guys that are, a lot of people are wondering, should I be accumulating? And that's kind of my thoughts behind it is it's essentially, we're almost there, right? If we're not there, we have to be close. There's all this talk about, oh my God, lower lows. Now you want to remember the risks of potential worldly issues affecting the markets is obviously a possibility, but in my opinion, it's not bad for me because I can't give you financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. But for me, these prices are okay to DCA in on, and if we drop lower, I'll just buy more at a cheaper price for that average buy-in price that will wind up being pretty decent. But back to Chainlink here, guys. Taking a look. Let me go ahead and get rid of this box. Printing a red dot on the weekly. So again, alt's starting to look a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin, which is making me think, again, if we get a move to the upside, I do think it will be Bitcoin-led. So red dot on the weekly with your money flow coming out pretty sharply there. That is definitely a bearish look on Chainlink. Coming down here, your 6-day is not, again, no bullish divergences like there are on Bitcoin. But you do have the VWAP coming up. You did get a little bit of a move to the upside, but you do have your value area high here. There's not really much to pull out of here. Money flow starting to come up on that 6-day. Let's take a look at the 4-day. Money flow kind of coming up, kind of coming back out. VWAP coming down towards that 0 line, indicating a potential pullback. Red dot printing on the 3-day. Red dot printing on the 2-day. And money flow coming out pretty harshly here on the 2-day. This is a little bit more bearish in my opinion. Daily money flow coming to the outside, coming to the downside, looking a little bit more like Ethereum's money flow, not like Bitcoin's. Again, making me feel a little bit more bearish on this than Bitcoin. And you did have, all right, let's keep moving on. I don't think there was a bearish div there. 8-hour printing a green dot, but your money flow coming back up, but you are in the red there on your 8-hour, printing that green dot. Let's see if this could give you a move up in the short term. Coming on over to your 4-hour, this is where things start to look similar to Bitcoin. 4-hour starting to look like it wants to roll over here. Your 2-hour looking to roll over here soon as well. Money flow not looking too bad. Money flow not looking too bad here on the 2-hour. Let's look at those lower time frames. See if we can get anything out of this money flow. Your 12-minute is coming out. As you do put, but yeah, look at this bear div, guys. This is the stuff, right? If you're looking to scalp the small time frames, guys, master divergences, right? There's your higher highs. There's your lower highs. These are very reliable signals, especially when you can see money flow coming out. And when you're looking at something like the 12-minute, let's say you're getting a bear div on the 12-minute, you could always come down to the 5-minute, right? What's money flow doing on the 5-minute? You could see back here during that bear div, you had money flow coming out. You had money flow coming out over here. Come to the 10-minute. What was money flow doing? Coming out, right? So this is kind of how you can make fun or have some fun in these smaller time frames while price is going sideways. And I would recommend, if you're going to study anything, master divergences, because number one, they're easy to spot. Higher highs, lower highs, easy to confirm with things like money flow. You can look at the confirmation signals on Lux Algo. And then they typically do play out nicely if you could get in relatively early at, almost a 2% move with a little bit of leverage. You can get some nice gains out of these moves. So just I like to point these things out when I see them, just to help the Candle Mafia actually notice these things. And next time you're on that 15-minute chart, you can be like, hey, look, that's a bear div. I know what those do. Those are likely to come down. Let me set my stop loss, jump into a trade, and see what happens. Especially when you have those confirmations, guys, it can make for a super confident trade. So continuing on here, guys, money flow coming out on the lower time frames with your, your 2-hour, kind of flat here, but this is eventually going to roll over. Your 1-hour starting to come down here. So potentially, once you get that red dot on the 1-hour, you can see a potential pullback here for Chainlink. Now, where are the levels that I would be watching here if I was looking to potentially trade Chainlink or potentially accumulate it. Some key levels I would watch. Shout out to Chemistry Bro, testing if I can super chat. Chemistry Bro, you're coming in loud and clear, bro. Coming in loud and clear. Thank you for that super chat, man. I do appreciate you. Yo, Jonathan Schaefer says, yo, Mafia, I'm out for the night. Everyone hop in that Discord for some extra help if needed. The Candle Mafia is there to help. 11,000 members strong and growing. Frankie Candles, thank you, boss. Jonathan Schaefer, hashtag I love you, bro. Thank you for being here. But raise your hand if you're accumulating. Everybody raise your dang hand. But guys, let me see if I can find you guys some levels here on Chainlink. Let's go ahead and come over to our 4-hour. I'm going to turn off Market Cipher A just to clean things up a bit. And let's go ahead and see here. Okay, so as you guys can see, our horizontal level of support right here is coming in, is a POC, right? So this is a strong level, right? You could see these volume profiles. This is the question I get a lot, guys, and I'm going to make a video about this, but for anybody wondering why their point of control may be different than my point of control, it's either because you're pulling your fixed range volume profile over a different range, or you're using the visible range volume profile and it's moving. Your POC is moving, right? So if you were to pull your fixed range volume profile over the same range I am, your POC would be the same. But if you're using your visible range volume profile and you're on the 5-minute, you're going to pull a POC. Come on. Boom. Your POC is up here, and you might be like, okay, I have a POC at 780. But when Frankie's talking, his POC is at 720 or whatever it is. The reason for that is just because we're looking at different ranges, guys, and I'm going to make a video to clear all that up so you guys can kind of understand why your levels might be a little bit different than mine. And it's nothing you're doing wrong. You're just looking at a different range of candles, but I've gotten a lot of questions lately, so we're going to make a video about it. But with that being said, we are sitting right on top of a point of control here. I'm actually going to go ahead and hide this VPVR because we do have a volume profile here. So again, major level of support or immediate level of support going to be about $7.18. If we can hold that, I do think we could continue to the upside here where I will pull up that VPVR. And we do have a little bit of a gap here, guys. A little bit of a gap. You do have some stops in between, but generally, there is a little bit of a gap right here. You can see that demonstrated by the break of this level. We fell right through this volume gap with these very, very quick pink candles. Quick pink candles, they call them QPCs. Quick pink candles right through that volume gap. And then you can see over here, we hit resistance here as soon as we broke above that node. Quick blue candles or QBCs right through that volume gap. So typically when you circle these volume gaps, guys, it will line up with quick moves to the up and downside, right? So you get in this little circle, you get quick move up, quick move down, quick move up, quick move down, quick move up, right? Quick move down, right? So could we be on the verge of another quick move up? We could be if we can break this level of resistance coming in at about 723. So immediate support going to be at about $7.18. If we could break through about, I would say, if we could break through about 730, I would say about $7.30, we could get that quick move to the upside with the target being around, that first stop being around $7.75. So there's some levels to watch on Chainlink. Be aware of that volume gap, essentially between, I would call it about 775 and about 730, 735. The big volume, decent volume gap there could make for a quick move to the upside. The Salt, shout out to The Salt. Thank you for that $5 super chat. I do appreciate you, man. Says, can we take a look at some metaverse projects, Star Atlas and Polis token in particular? Yes, we can go ahead and roll right into that before we continue off our list that the mods have. Yes, we could definitely check out those projects. Let's check out Atlas. Star Atlas, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the one? I believe Star Atlas, their whole thing is they're going to, so you could scan your body into the metaverse. I think that's them. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let's go ahead and see Atlas USD FTX. Is there a KuCoin? I don't think they're on KuCoin. Okay, so I guess we'll look at the FTX chart. Hopefully this is it. I do not look at Atlas very often, so please let me know. That gap is amazing. Gyron, absolutely. Those volume gaps are super, super powerful. The smart factor, awesome. I've been waiting for a video for better clarity on where to start ranges for the VPVR. Hey, the smart factor, stay tuned, bro. I'm about to make it. Basically, guys, anytime I find a question that's asked more than once or twice, I take it as an immediate, urgent, like, hey, I don't understand this. As a group, the Mafia doesn't understand it, so I try to clear it up right away. And those, where to pull those ranges has been a big, big topic of question. So we're definitely going to make that coming up here very, very soon. Oh, that's MetaHero. MetaHero is the one that scans your body into an Everdome. Everdome is doing that too. Those are the ones that scan your body in. What is Atlas? Is it a game? I guess it's a game. But anyway, can you check out Quant? Yes, we can check out Quant. No problem. Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Atlas or Star Atlas. Taking a look at, let's start on the higher time frame. So we got a weekly, not too much information here. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Ooh, let's see here. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Yeah. Technical bull div here, on the, 2-day. I got a couple green candles. Looks like it's probably going to get invalidated here. But let's continue on here. Looking at the daily, printing a green dot. Your red dot immediately invalidated here with a green dot. Money flow generally coming up. Your 12-hour printing a green dot as well. And then let's see your 4-hour, again, looking similar to Bitcoin, looking to roll over. I could bet you the lower time frames has money flow. Ooh, money flow on the lower time frames is starting to come to the upside. You can see we came into the green, back into the red. Now we're coming back into the green, indicating possible consolidation or boring sideways action. Look at that mega wick here. Oh my God, what is this? An 8% wick on the 12-minute. Yikes, that's crazy. But let's go ahead. 15-minute money flow generally coming to the upside. So let me see this. 90-minute money flow coming up. Let me see your 30-minute. Oof, 30-minute got rejected hard there. Let's see. Yeah, 15-minute coming back out. A little bit of mixed reviews on the money flow on the lower time frames. However, with your 4-hour starting to roll over here, I do think, looking similar to Bitcoin, we could see a short-term pullback. But 12-hour green dot, 16-hour green dot, I would say sideways bearish. Let me give you some levels here on Atlas. Let's see. Let me go to the let's go to the 4-hour and see if we can find some decent levels for you guys. Oh no, guys, my ice bag fell off of my camera. This is actually an important piece of equipment now. So let me go ahead and lay that back on the camera here, guys. All right, there we go. There's literal ice bag, guys, on my camera. Literal ice bag. But anyway, it's not overheating, right? Hey, listen, they call me Frankie MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? 470 people in here, guys. Almost at 500 likes. Go ahead and smash that like button. If we get 500 likes, I'll give you 10 spins on the wheel. If we get 550 likes, I'll give you guys 15 spins on the wheel. Smash it up, Mafia. I know we could get there. But let me see if I can find some levels for you guys here looking at the 4-hour. Now, locally, I will go ahead and say, fighting this local point of control coming in at about 0.0045 cents. This has basically been sideways. How long has this been? This has been just going sideways for? Yeah, you've been 2 weeks of just complete, basically sideways action. So I don't know how much excitement you're gonna get out of this, but I'll just give you the levels here, just in case. If you get a move to the downside, I would be watching this level here coming in at about 0.0043 cents. Gonna be some strong support here. It is a value area low, and you could just see, we closed this candle here. We got support here, almost support there. So likely if we come down here, you will find some support. Money flow generally it's kind of wonky. I don't want to say that's generally coming up, but that will be your immediate support to the downside. If you are looking to get a move to the upside, something we need to do is get above this point of control and flip it to support, in which case you could see your volume starting to taper off here. If we do get on top of here and flip this to support, you could see a pretty quick move to the upside, in which case I would target this area in this golden box between, put it right there. I would think we could potentially get a pretty quick move up to this gold box coming in between 0.0049 cents and then at about 0.0050 cents. So there's some levels for you guys. If we do get a mega move or a decently larger move to the upside, I do think it would be likely that you come. We'll just continue. We'll just continue with the trend here. If we continue up at this point, we can hop on top of here. I do think it would be likely for you to come visit this level, coming in at 0.0052. And if you break that, I do think it would be likely for you to come up and visit near this value area high at about 0.0055 cents. So there's some levels to watch on Atlas. And generally, it is, I would say it's looking more similar to Ethereum than Bitcoin. But as far as the money flow, or the 4-hour time frame, these medium hourly time frames starting to cool off. You have the confirmed red dot on your 1 hour, your 2 hour looking to print that red dot here soon, and your 4 hour starting to roll over, indicating some moves to the downside in the near future. And again, that level of support down at these range lows at about 0.0043 cents or 43 cents. Would be some levels of resist or support that I would be looking at. And again, looking at where the volume is, these are your likely targets, for potential moves to the upside. You have target 1, you have target 2, and you have target 3. The Salt says, I have Star Atlas early access codes if you want to do a giveaway. The Salt, shout out to you, man. I do appreciate you wanting to give back to the Mafia. This is why our community is so awesome. Go ahead and reach out to the mods in Discord. Maybe we can work something out. That would be super dope. We could check it out. And yeah, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully you got some insight there on Atlas. Hopefully I was able to help you out. What is this Polis? I don't know what this is. Leroy Jenkins, I see you. Man, I need to get in on these giveaways. That volume profile video really helped, Frankie. Thank you. Nicholas A., shout out to you, man. I'm so happy these videos are able to help you guys. Knowing that these videos help you, you have no idea what this does for my motivation, guys. Like, the fact that you guys get help or the fact that you actually get something out of these videos is what keeps me making them. So never be afraid to get in that free Discord. Go to the content suggestions box and put what you want to see. You guys are in control of this YouTube channel. If you want to learn about X, Y, or Z, let me know in that content video suggestion channel in the Discord. We look through it. The mods scan it continuously, and any good ideas for videos are relayed to me, and I will make sure that I make the best, most helpful content I possibly can to keep you guys profitable all the time and in a very, very big way. It's the governance token. Gotcha. Frankie, can we check out Uni 200% pump, inverse head and shoulders on the weekly starting back? Oh, hey. Shout out to Elliot Harris. Yeah, we could check that out. Okay, gotcha. Shout out to the Salt. Thank you, man. Okay, so Polis. I don't know how to say this, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. Money flow, not looking too good on the 4 hour. You could see that VWAP did drag the money flow back up a little bit, but once this rolls back over, I do think it would be likely to get that money flow dragged back into the red. I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it. The altcoins are not looking at as good as Bitcoin. But yeah, guys. Guys, put a W in chat if you guys like the new studio. I'm just looking at my monitor to the left here. Between the candle colors, the overlay on the stream, and the sign behind us with the color, everything matches good. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let me know if you guys like it in the chat. Shout out to Ant Arts NFTs. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. But looking back here at Polis, guys, 4 hour, again, that VWAP did drag that money flow back into the green. However, probably going to roll back over into the red with the alts looking a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin recently, which is not unlikely to happen in a bear market. So just remember that. But let me mark out some levels here on the 4 hour. Let's go ahead and see what we're working with. I'm going to mark out these levels here. Let's see. Boom. Why did that not? Okay. Let's go ahead and boom. Boom. I'm just trying to mark out these levels, and it's just not working. Okay, there we go. All right, now mark that. Mark this. Mark this. Okay, there we go. Now let's hide this. Bada boom. Bada bing. Hey, shout out to the W's. Let's go. R Duke says no W. What would be the opposite of W? I guess M. I guess if you hate the new set, guys, throw an M in chat. Let's see. Bozy or Bozzy says, why don't you talk about Bitcoin? We just had a wick. What does that mean? Let's see. Go down to the 1 minute chart, guys. Oh, hey, look at that. Guy. Oh, God. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Every time we get a pump, every action has an equal and opposite reaction when it comes to the Bitcoin chart here. But the reason we're not talking about Bitcoin is because we already covered Bitcoin. But we will come back. We will come back to it. A little 1 minute wick there. But yeah, there it is. 19.7, getting creeping towards that POC, guys. Creeping towards that POC. But back to Polish. I don't know how to say it. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Money flow coming out. VWAP coming to the upside. But again, your levels here, potential move back down. Once that VWAP flops back over, potential move back down. Pull up that VPVR just to get some micro levels here. Obviously, going to find some support on top of these highs. So could potentially, I would say, your next move down is likely to bring you near that level at about 34 cents. You might get a little stop here at about 35 cents. But, come back down, test this level, break it, come down to that 34-cent level before potentially coming back down to that point of control, which is coming in at about 33 cents. If we break that, it's likely that you'll see that value area low coming in at about 32 cents. But let's take a look at the daily, see if there's anything. Looking to print a red dot here on the daily with a nice little trigger wave to the downside. Let's see. Let's see the weekly. Green dot on the weekly. Red dot on the daily. Yeah, I would lean a little bit more bearish in the short term here for Polis. Just with the money flow on the 4 hour and that daily red dot is not looking too good. Money flow likely coming out on these lower time frames. 10 minute, kind of coming back up there. But your 12 minute kind of coming down. 15 minute indecisive there. Let's see your lower time frames. Yeah, money flow coming out on the 3. 5 minute. Yeah, money flow kind of indecisive on those lower time frames. But with that daily red dot, the 4 hour money flow crossover into the red, or looking like it wants to come down into the red, would have me leaning a little bit more bearish. 4 hour green dot might bring you up in the very immediate short term, but again, leaning a little bit more bearish just because of the way the money flow looks. So there you go. There's a little Polis. Let's see. Total market cap 1 minute chart. We could try to check that out, Nate. Let's go ahead and see here. We still got 430 people in here. Let's go ahead and we could take a look at Gala. We could take a look at guys, we'll go back to Bitcoin. We covered Bitcoin. J Dog says you're a pretty cool dude. Subscribed. Hey, J Dog, you're a pretty cooler dude. And you're J Dog. I like dogs, so I like you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the sub. I do appreciate that. We'll go back to BTC, guys. Don't worry. We spent a lot of time on Bitcoin. All right, Gala, PYR. Lane wants to see PYR. I'll try, Lane. I'll try. I want to try to get some more out here. We do try to show PYR at least once for you. BTC pumping. All right. Okay. We'll check. Let's do Gala, and then we'll go back to BTC as we run out of time here, guys. Again, sorry about that little audio snafu. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Gala here on the daily time frame. Let's get rid of some of these random lines. Bada boom. Bada boom. Okay, so just boring, guys. Just plain old boring. But yeah, looking to print a red dot here on the daily pretty soon here. Again, looking a little more bearish. All coins looking a little bit more bearish. As I've said 10 times here, similar to a lot of these other coins, your 16-hour and your 12-hour printing green dots. Looking at your weekly, looking to print a green dot here on your weekly at some point here soon. Too early to tell. Let's look at your 4-hour. 4-hour VWAP starting to roll over here, looking similar to everything else. I'm just going to give you some levels here because as far as market cipher, things are looking pretty similar to a lot of these other things. 2 hour looking to print a red dot, 1 hour red dot confirmed, like everything else. Money flow looking very similar to a lot of other things too. Your 4 hour, actually 4 hour looks a little different. Money flow coming up on the 4 hour. Let me give you some levels here. And guys, nothing too exciting here on Gala, guys. Nothing really happening. Yeah, I'm going to stick with these levels that we have here on this fixed range. You see we came down to that value area, came down. This is what I'm talking about with these volume profiles, guys. Here you go, right? Pull up that volume profile. You can see price breaks below the value area, and you're not bringing any new volume in, right? Your volume is still tapering off, so likely you get sucked back into the value area. You hop up, catch support, work your way up to the POC, flip the POC to support, and now technically you are above that POC, showing the bulls are in control at this moment and could potentially work you back up towards that value area high, coming in at about 42 cents. So now this is a B-shaped volume profile here, guys. You do have that gap in the middle. So you do want to realize that if you break into that gap, you could get that quick move. And always with these guys, if you break these levels, you could see, I'm just going to mark off where we found that resistance in the past. And I'm going to draw it right here, right? Once you break that resistance, right, boom, rejected, boom, rejected, boom, rejected. Finally, you break through, you bust into this low volume gap, and boom, you come up right to that next high volume node, which is coming in at about 41 cents. So boom, you bang your head, bang your head, bang your head, breakout. You can target that next high volume node right about here, which is almost exactly where you found that resistance. So same thing sticks here, right? We're above the point of control, right? And if we can bust through this area of resistance, we could potentially get a quick move up to about 41 cents. And if we consolidate here, maybe we bull flag a little bit, could get that break back up to about 42, almost 43 cents, which is your value area high. So that is what I would be expecting on Gala. Just remember, if you pull this, and if you guys want this exact volume profile, I will tell you exactly where it is from. It is from the 18th of September, 2022 to the current price, right? That's how you will get these exact same levels with the exact same profile. So there you go. There are some levels to watch on Gala. Watch the gap. If we break into that gap, probably going to be a quick move up to about that 42 cent level before potentially getting a further move up to about 43 cents towards that value area high. A-Train, Gala's fire. Shout out to you, man. J-Lo says saucy. Guys, shout out to J-Lo, our most famous Candle Mafia member. All right, so now let's go back to Bitcoin. As everybody is saying, we're getting that move to the upside. So here we go. Taking a look here. Looking at the 15-minute, potential bearish divergences, guys. Again, just like if we saw price come back down to this gold box, I'd be looking for longs. If we get a move up here to the point of control at 19,777, this could be where you start putting some nasty bearish divergences in on something like the 15-minute, right? If we can get a move, maybe another step up to that POC, get that higher high with those lower highs on the 15-minute, this is where I would look for a nice short entry, especially now that you have your 4 hours starting to roll over. So, not saying we can't get that continued move over. If you guys were here in the beginning of the stream, we were looking for a potential continued move to the upside. But that's most likely not going to happen without some small pullbacks on the way up, right? You come up here, high, higher high. There was no bear div at least on the 15-minute, but you come up high, come for a pullback. Get a rip up, pullback. Maybe we get another rip up here before another pullback, but this is where I would be looking for some shorts, right? Generally in this gold box, but if we get a wick up to this level and it's not a complete moonshot and rips through this level with gusto, if we come up and tap this level and we start printing divergences, bearish divergences on these lower time frames, might be a good little scalp opportunity to the downside. And once you get into profit, if you move your stop loss into profit, maybe you can hold on to it long enough to get that 2 hour to roll over and print that red dot, that 3 hour to roll over and print the red dot, and that 4 hour to roll over and print that red dot, and potentially you can ride it down for much more profit. So these are kind of my plans, guys. Again, to the upside, looking for potential scalp shorts at the POC. And if we come down lower, again, I don't know if to be 100% honest, it doesn't look like we're going to get a big move down back to these lows. At least tonight, it's probably not going to happen. So maybe, if we come up to that POC again, scalp shorts, move your stop loss into profit, hopefully ride it down for more. And then if we come back down to the spider line, you could potentially look for some long positions back up to that POC. And if we hop above that POC on the bullish retest, come up on that bullish retest is where you can start looking for some long entries, looking for your bullish confirmations on Market Cipher B. But as of right now, guys, my immediate plans are to see if we can put in some bearish divergences here on the 15-minute up against this POC. This is where I'd be looking for scalp shorts. Of course, unless this thing absolutely just moons through this level. Also pinned. Thank you. Unfortunately, guys, I'll take a look at XRP right now, but we are running out of time. I will take a look at one more. We'll take a look at XRP, kind of just hovering here, holding support on this purple box at about 46 cents. So yeah, let's take a look at the daily. Is this looking? Yeah, same thing. Money flow on a lot of these alts is coming to the downside. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Tyler Rayburn. Says, hey, Frankie, I watch every day and don't comment much, but when I do, I feel that my comment always gets skipped. I know it's not on purpose. Any chance we can check out Monavale for a second, please? Yes, no problem. I will do it for you, bro. Sorry I miss your comments all the time. It is definitely not on purpose. But yes, we could check that out for you just because we've missed so many of your comments. We will pull through for you on this one for sure. Let me get rid of some of these fibs to clean things up. Okay. So let's see. Daily money flow coming out. VWAP starting to, VWAP below that zero line. Probably going to round up here a little bit. Not too much to take away here. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly rounding off here. Obviously, we did get a move up here for XRP. Might be time to cool off. 12-hour looking to print that green dot. 16-hour looking to print that green dot here soon. 4-hour, 4-hour VWAP just sticking straight up there. Your 2-hour rolling over. Yeah, I would expect this 4-hour to start rolling over here soon as your 2 hours rolling over and your 1 hour is printing that red dot. But the good thing here, guys, is that money flow crossover on the 1 hour. Money flow, it's generally coming out on that 2 hour, just boop, flopping over. 3 hour coming up, your 4 hour money flow kind of coming up. Not enough to make me feel super bullish. No bull divs, but let's see, your 2 hour, 2 hour rolling over and your 1 hour red dot might be your case for a pullback here in the short term. Let's go ahead and check these lower time frames. Your 10-minute money flow coming out, your 15-minute money flow kind of coming back up, your 24-minute money flow coming up, 30-minute green dot. Hey, can't hate on that. Guys, listen, XRP also kind of just in somewhat of a bull pennant here. Also, can't ignore that on the 8 hour. I mean, this is a pretty high time frame. Actually, not a horrible look here. This could be a potential continuation to the upside. Money flow generally coming out on the 8 hour, though. So again, guys, be cautious with the alts as Bitcoin does look a little better than the alts here currently. But next level of resistance I would be watching here, guys, is going to be about 50 cents. That gold box right here that we found support resistance at most recently. That, obviously we've been coming up to these levels. We even shot up to about 55 cents. And we knew this was going to happen because of volume gaps forming on the VPVR. And we called that super, super cool to see these volume gaps play out like that. But, your next immediate level of resistance is going to be about that 50-cent level to battle. And again, don't forget, if we break that level, could get a move back up to that 55-cent level. And to the downside, obviously, you have your purple box here at 43 cents to act as support, as well as you do have another level down here at about 42.2 cents or 0.422 cents. As support as well. But again, looking like we are starting to form somewhat of a bull pennant here, symmetrical triangle, whatever you want to call it. This does look like we could get a continuation to the upside. And something that would support that would be, actually not too much to support a giant move. I guess your 12-hour starting to curve up to the upside and your 16-hour could give you a little confluence there. But again, be cautious with the alts right now, guys, as Bitcoin is looking like it could be the leader here if we get another move to the upside. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Bobby Crypto Granny? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's just a few more people. I see you guys trying to pump those 500 likes. Let's get it. Okay, let's go ahead and check on where is he? Where's Tyler? Tyler, you're the man, Frankie. Shout out to Tyler, man. No, you're the man, dude. This is why we're checking this for you. But what was it you wanted to see? I got it right here. Can we check out oh god, what is this? Let's see. Coinbase, US dollar. Hopefully I'm looking at the right thing here, man. I don't know what this is. I don't know yeah, what is this on Uniswap too? All right. Well, hopefully I'm looking at the right thing. I'm going to look at the Coinbase chart. Stop me if I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, Monavale. Yeah, hopefully this is the right thing. I think this is it. But let's go ahead and take a look. Price action kind of funky here. Sniper's Nightmare says he's got his whole account on Adam right now. Please check it. Okay, yeah. Adam will be the last one, guys, and then we got to get out of here super quick. We got to spin this wheel. We got the 500 likes. We got 500 likes, guys. We'll check out these coins for you. It's the least I can do for you guys, sticking with me through all these technical difficulties and getting us to 500 likes, guys. Thank you so much. But taking a look at Monavale. Let's see. Not a lot of price history on this one. Money flow just all in the red here. It's never been in the green except for all the way back here. So not looking the best, to be 100% honest with you here. Look at a print a red dot here on the 4 hour. I will say this, coins like these are pretty hard to do TA on because they're very funky. This one just down, rip to the upside, down, rip to the upside. So these are kind of hard to do TA on. So just know that and be careful. But I could try to find you some levels here. Again, this market cipher B, I mean, this thing has been in the red forever. So this is definitely not, this is definitely looking kind of funky to me. I don't know what this is. But let me try to get you some levels here. I mean, money flow kind of coming up on your 4 hour, but that's never been indicative of a crossover into the green. But I guess your money flow is kind of coming up, but you are printing a red dot here on the 4 hour. Anyway, to magnify the project, you're looking on the charts and the time frame. Most of my watching is on my iPhone and really tough to see. Yes, I actually did see that most of our viewers view from an iPhone. So I could try to zoom in a little more like this for you. But let me go ahead. Actually, I'm going to have to zoom out to find these levels. But yeah, let me go to, I'll go to the 4 hour, zoom in quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, very, very, going to be very hard to find some good levels here. Let me pull a fib. Let's pull a fib all the way from the top of this wick all the way to the bottom of this one. And yeah, this is, I'll find you some support. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you do have this level down here at about 612. Could act as instant support. You do have a value area low coming in at $600 even. Might get some psychological resistance there as well. As you can see, you've stuck that level many times right here. So I would say watch about $600 even. Also watch this 786 level at about 612.15 for some support. If you do get a big, if you do get a move to the upside, and again, this price action is very strange. So take this with a grain of salt. Again, sometimes charts like this don't respect TA very well. Potential level here at about 640. But again, be very, be very, very careful with this coin. I don't know what this is. I've never heard of it. And the price action is definitely a little bit sketchy. Let's take a look at Adam before we get out of here, guys. And shout out to DBO. All right, let's see. Thanks, Frankie. Much love. I got you, bro. Can't let you wreck your whole account, man. We got to take a look at that. Bozzy, I don't know how to say your name, but he says, I think I'm the only one short. Joke's on you. I'm long and short. Actually not logged into my Femex on this computer right now, and I don't want to waste time, but I am long and short right now, guys. A little bit of schlong Shout out to Jason Casper in a schlong here. I know he's a big fan of the schlong positions. But let's go ahead and take a look here at Adam. Much easier to read here. Tyler, I apologize for that TA on that other coin, but yeah, just be careful with that, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the daily money flow coming out on the daily. Again, looking more similar to Ethereum, which is likely or not uncommon to see, obviously, for an altcoin to follow the king alt of ETH. But money flow coming out on your daily, a little bit more bearish. We have red dot on your weekly. This is looking similar to looking similar to Ethereum, so I would lean a little bit more bearish on this rather than Bitcoin. I'm not going to spend too much time on Market Cypher because we are running out of time, but it does look more similar to Ethereum, which has got me leaning a little bit more bearish. But looking at the 4 hour, again, rolling over here, I bet your lower time frames probably have money flow coming out. 10-minute money flow starting to come out, starting to put these bearish divergences in. On the 10-minute here, you do have a value area high. You got higher highs right here. You got lower highs right here. Just multiple bear divs here, just continuing to form on the way up. Likely that you could potentially get a move down here on Cosmos in the short term. Looking at the 15-minute, looking at your 15-minute money flow kind of coming up, to be honest, but still putting in those bear divs. And then again, when you have those bearish divergences on the 15-minute, you come down to that 10-minute, money flow coming out, come to that 12-minute, money flow generally starting to come out, and even your 5-minute you can look at starting to come out here. So could be foreshadowing a pullback here in the short term. Also have a point of control up here. Again, we are on the 24-minute chart. Nothing crazy here, but about $13 even. Maybe we get one more thrust up into resistance here at about $13 before getting these bear divs to play out. Money flow coming up on the 24-minute, but again, just bear divs all over the place. So I would watch. Let's look at that 1 hour. Confirmed red dot on the 1 hour, right? Money flow crossover into the green, which is a good sign. However, higher highs with the lower highs on Market Cypher B, putting in those bear divs at resistance is going to potentially make for a short-term pullback. So let's go ahead. I'll find you some levels here on the, let's look at some levels here on the 1 hour, right? So again, your level here at almost $13. It is a point of control coming in at about $13 even. Maybe we get one more gusto into this resistance before a rejection. So that $13 even is one level that I would be watching closely. Some support to the downside. I would be looking at this level at about 1273. That could be your potential, if we are going to get a continuation up, you could get those bear divs to form, pull back to this level before a continuation up. So that is okay. I don't know what, okay. Broadcast live. Well, everybody calm down. We're not, okay. Whoa, I don't know what that was. But yeah, so I would be looking at that level for a potential pullback. If you lose that level, you do have some more support at about 1260, about 1264. I would look for some more support before coming down to about 1250 and potentially back to the value area low at about 1240. Now, I do just want to pull a little local fib here just to see if we have any confluence. No, nothing too crazy. Okay, yeah, yeah, a little bit of confluence there. We do have a fib level at that level at about 1273. But there's some levels to look at on Atom. So just watch out, bear divs on those lower time frames starting to form with money flow coming out, and your 1 hour confirmed red dot with your 2 hour looking to roll over, and your 4 hour starting to cool off here, looking like it's a little overheated. So just be careful for a potential short-term pullback. Not saying we can't come higher, but in the shorter term could pull back a little bit here. And shout out to, I forget who asked for it. Whoever asked to see Adam, don't put your whole account onto one trade, please, for the love of God. Might have just been saying that to get me to look at it, but if you're serious, please don't do that. Very dangerous. Don't lose all your money, please. But same here. Learn so much from Frankie Candles and the Mafia, and it just gets better and better every day. Mad love and respect. Come be one of the Mafia in the Discord. Shout out to Nate. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate that more than you could possibly imagine. Shout out to you, man. But, guys, with all that being said, that is going to be... Oh, what happened here? We didn't get our... Oh, here we go. That's why. Where'd our little overlay went? So, with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Guys, I just rug pulled my own audio. I literally just yanked the cord out of the microphone. I apologize for that. But guys, with all that being said, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure because I do have to get out of here and do this BitBoy crypto video as always. And I know. Oh no. Guys, my water bag, my ice bag just fell off my camera again. Not good. I'm actually out of focus. On the way out, that bag probably hit my focus and messed it all up. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and spin this wheel of pain and pleasure. Let's go ahead. I'm a little out of focus, guys, but we're gonna rock with it. All right, let's go ahead and rip this thing. Here we are, guys. This stream is not brought to you by Macy's. Believe it or not, guys. But this live stream is officially brought to you by KuCoin, guys. Getting some cool overlays set up. What is going on here, guys? We are on the wrong. There we go. That's a little cleaner. But guys, yeah, today's stream has been brought to you by KuCoin. So if you guys want to sign up for KuCoin, make sure you sign up using the link in the description down below to save on some of those fees. It is one of my favorite exchanges, or actually my favorite exchange for altcoins. Leverage trading, they have an awesome leverage trading platform. I use Femex and KuCoin, but KuCoin is super user-friendly. So go check them out, guys. And if you want to save some money on those fees, definitely go ahead and use that self rug pull. Shout out to D Petty. Man. I love seeing you in the chat, man. I know you're doing other stuff. Not all our mods are just modding the chat, guys. They are doing other things as well. But happy to see you in here, D Petty Crypto. We love you, brother. But let's go ahead and spin that wheel. We got 528 likes. You know what that means? 10 spins on the wheel. Give them spin numero uno. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to D Petty. Said you're doing great, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You're doing great, Frankie. Thank you. I agree. I think I do pretty good. Except when I pull the microphone wire out. That's like sometimes I could do a little bit better. Red John saying I slept in. Shout out to Red John. 2 giveaways, guys. Starting off this Monday strong with the giveaways. Let's go. When sound. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. We love you. Let's see. Ken goes, no. Oh God. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, guys, I rigged the wheel. I'm sorry. I listen. Well, if you could count on one thing, if I'm gonna rug you guys on anything, or if I'm gonna rig anything here, guys, it's gonna be in your favor. And the only rug pulls going on over here is gonna be the rug pull on my bank account, because I'm giving all my stuff away to you guys. Just wait. Yo, just jumped in now, Alton. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Bob Johnson says, thanks for the TA, Frankie. Bob Johnson, I got you. Be careful out there, man. Set your stop losses. It's crazy out there today. Let's see. Bing bong. Shout out to Cryptid Bees. Let's go. Satoshi Glakamoto. Satoshi Glakamoto. Thank you for being in here, man. I don't know what spin we're on. We're doing 10 spins today. Let's get it. Let's see. And your mic. Shout out to D Petty. All right, let's see. Nope. Big nope. Let's go. Spin number 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. I think it's spin number 8. Let's go. Shout out to everybody sticking around to the end of the stream. I do appreciate you guys. There we go. Give him one more. Let's go, baby. Spin numero 9. Shout out to Wendell. What's going on, Wendell? Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Anyone able to post volume profile video? I bet you one of our amazing mods will go ahead and post that in just a second, guys. We did just upload, I believe last week, volume profile video that I think you guys are going to find invaluable, explaining the different types of volume profiles, including bullish profiles, bearish profiles, neutral profiles, and then some profiles are just special. So definitely check out that video, guys. Gonna be in the chat here probably pretty soon. As soon as one of the mods throws it in there. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate every single one of you guys tuned in tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I would love to get an NFT. I don't have any. Red John, we have been giving people their first NFTs since we started this channel. So hopefully we can get you your first NFT as well. But guys, with all that being said, I do have to run out of here and go to this do this BitBoy crypto video. We went a little longer today, but I kind of messed up the audio, so we kind of made up for lost times here. But with all that being said, thank you so much to each and every single one of you guys watching right now. Thank you so much for the 536 likes. Smash that like button on your way out and help push this content out to more Candle Mafia members. Well, they don't know they're Candle Mafia yet, but once they get into the stream, they're going to be stuck with us for life. So with all that being said, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. That's all I got. Hang on. Let me get this ready, guys, because technical difficulties. With all that being said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. That's right. I see you guys in chat. Wait for the encore. He's going to shout out Debate Crypto, guys. Debate Crypto is live right now. Go check them out, guys. You know what they do. They do everything we don't do. I got Tony calling the bat phone right now. So hopefully nothing's wrong. But, guys, go check out Debate Crypto. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bing bong.